All right, the time now is 7:43. Well, changing weather conditions are affecting the way vineyards are doing business. Right now, J Winery in Healdsburg is preparing its first crush of the season earlier than usual. They say because of the unusually warm weather we've had. George Bursick joins us. He is Vice President of Winemaking at J Vineyards and Winery, as I say, up there in Healdsburg. George, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Ross. I'm fine, thank you.
I'm going to ask you first just one question about the J. What does the J mean?
J stands for essentially Judy Jordan, who's our owner of the winery.
All right, okay. Now, you picked the grapes that you're going to crush last night, is that correct?
Yeah, we were actually out in the field about 3 in the morning, and we to bring them in nice and cold before they warmed up and we started extracting color.
Okay, how is weather forcing you to do this crush earlier?
Well, you know, we had an unusual with a light crop load that the vines are hanging right now. Just sort of, we just follow what Mother Nature gives us, and it turns out we weren't really anticipating this early, but that's what we normally would be doing it in about 2 weeks.
Now, what kind of wine are you going to be making here?
Well, these are Pinot Noir grapes from Russian River Valley from our Nicole's vineyard, and they're going to go into either our Cuvée 20, which is our Brut Blanc Rosé, or we go into a Rosé program. It'll be a sparkling wine.
Now, how about other vineyards there in Sonoma Valley, and kind of compare what Napa's doing at Sonoma and up in Mendocino?
Well, to my knowledge, I know there's one little vineyard that was picked in Sonoma Valley, but I don't know of anyone who's really geared up and starting to this point.
So why would you be forced to do it and other vineyards would not be?
Well, essentially, we watch our crop loads very carefully. Because we grow the grapes for our own wine, we really are trying to maintain a minimum crop load so we get maximum intensity, and that could contribute to the earliness that we're experiencing.
How does it change when you have a weather change here and you're crushing at a different time and all? How does it change the flavor of the wine?
Well, you know, it's all relative. We had an unusually early bud break. I think February 20th is when the first buds came out of dormancy. So that was unusually early for us. And so the relative time of ripening is pretty much the same as in a normal year.
Some of the information I read, George, suggested that areas like Sonoma, what are considered to be more warmer climates are cooler, and you had mentioned that earlier, and cooler, and now they're getting warmer. Is this going to change the whole landscape of what grapes or what wines are prepared where?
You know, Ross, it's an interesting concept. This is my 30th harvest in the wine business, and places where I never thought we'd be growing grapes are commonplace now. We're seeing vineyards that within sight of the Pacific Ocean that you'd never experienced before grapes be grown. So it's an unusual phenomenon that we'll just have to wait and see how it turns out.
Now, the crush you're doing this morning, how long will you be doing? How long does it take? How long will you be crushing? And when do you see the final product?
Well, what we're doing now is we're going direct to press. These are Pinot Noir grapes. They were harvested at night under lights by hand, and essentially we're going directly into the press because we want to minimize the color. As you know, Pinot Noir is a red grape, and but we're making a white sparkling wine out of these grapes. So it's very, very important that they're pressed quickly and gently, and to leave the color in the skins is where the color is. The color is actually inside the skins itself. The juice itself is relatively white.
And you say they're picked at nighttime under lights, so you wouldn't pick these in the daytime?
No. If we picked it in the daytime, the heat of the day would aid in extracting more color from the skins. And really right now, what's very, very important is we leave the color in the skins and we just create the white juice.
The changing wine industry. George, thanks for talking with us this morning. We know it's a big day there at J Vineyards and you have the blessing and all, and we wish you the best.
Thank you, Ross. Thank you very much.
Time now is 8:48. Let's go back to the desk.